You know that feeling when you're at a home showing? It's this 15-minute whirlwind, and it's so easy to get distracted by the fresh paint and the perfect furniture. But the real trick isn't about whether a home looks pretty. It's about whether it actually works for your life.
So you walk into this kitchen, right? And bam, the first thing you see is this incredible quartz countertop. It's beautiful, but maybe it's not quite your taste. And you might think, oh man, that's a big deal. But honestly, changing it is a pretty straightforward fix. You're probably talking something in the ballpark of $5,000. Annoying? Yes. A deal breaker? Probably not.
Okay, but now, picture this. You might not even notice it, but as you're walking down the hallway, there's this tiny little slope in the floor. It's so subtle, but fixing that? Whoa, that could be a sign of a major structural problem. We're talking 10 times the cost, maybe $50,000 or even more. That's a whole different ballgame.
So here's the million-dollar question, right? Do you know how to spot the difference between the shiny, cheap fixes and those sneaky, super expensive problems? Knowing where to focus your attention, that is your superpower in a home showing. And that's exactly what we're going to break down here.
All right, first things first. The most important part of your evaluation actually starts before you even touch the doorknob. We have to talk about the things you absolutely cannot change. And I mean absolutely cannot change once you sign on that dotted line.
I love this quote from real estate expert Kirby Chan. It's so true. A home can be renovated. A neighborhood cannot. Think about it. You can knock down walls, you can redo the entire kitchen, but you cannot pick up your house and move it to a different neighborhood.
So before you even get out of the car, just pause. Take a minute. Look around. What's the vibe on the street? Is traffic whizzing by? Where's everyone parking? Is it going to be a battle every time you come home? What do the neighbors' houses look like? And pro tip, try to swing by at different times of the day. That peaceful street on a Tuesday at 11 a.m., it might be a total madhouse during rush hour. Okay, let's head inside. It's beautiful, of course, looking like it's straight out of a design magazine. But remember, staging is theater. It's designed to sell you a fantasy. Your job is to be the critic in the audience and see the actual stage underneath. So this is all about shifting your mindset. Instead of getting wowed by the trendy furniture, you're looking at the actual flow and the layout of the room. Does it make sense? Instead of admiring that perfect coat of paint, you're looking for any little signs of moisture it might be covering up. You've got to ignore the decor and focus on what you can't easily change, like how much natural light the place really gets.
And this next one, wow, this is something people totally underestimate. The direction your home faces will impact your daily life more than you can possibly imagine. A living room that's flooded with that warm southern light feels completely different than a cool north-facing room. I mean, it literally affects your mood, your energy levels, even your heating bills, and you can't change it. All right, next up, we're going X-ray vision. We're looking at the home's bones. That's the fundamental structure, the foundation, the framing, all the important stuff. You're basically looking for clues to figure out if the renos you're seeing are solid quality work or just some lipstick on a pig to make a quick sale. So as you're walking through, just be observant. Look up. Are the lines where the ceiling meets the wall nice and straight? We already talked about sloped floors. Try opening a window or an interior door. Do they stick or do they swing smoothly? Peek under the sinks and in the corners of the basement for any hint of water. Now, of course, and this is super important, this does not replace a professional home inspection. Not at all. This is just you being a smart initial detective.
Especially in a hot market like Markham, you're going to see a ton of flipped houses. Some are amazing, high-quality jobs. Others are not. The difference is always in the details, the little things like grout lines, trim work, the feel of the cabinet hardware. Remember, style is trendy. It comes and goes. But real quality, good workmanship, that's built to last.
And here's a big picture question you've got to ask yourself. A home that seems perfect today might not be in 5 years. So think about your own life. Is there actually enough storage here for all your stuff? Could that spare bedroom realistically become a home office or a nursery down the line? How are you going to feel about all those stairs in a few years? A truly great home is one that can adapt as your life changes.
Okay, so you've done the tour, you've looked past the pretty staging, you've tried to check the bones. Now what? The last piece of the puzzle is having a solid process to turn all those feelings and observations into a really smart decision.
You know how it is. You see 3-4 houses in one afternoon, and they all just melt into one big blur in your mind. That's why this is so critical. The second you leave, before you even drive away, just sit in your car for 5 minutes. Pull out your phone or a notepad and just brain dump everything. What did you love? What made you cringe? What are the absolute non-negotiable deal breakers? Get it down while it's fresh.
Then there are the things you'd probably never spot in a 15-minute walkthrough. Things like school boundaries. I mean, the house literally across the street could be zoned for a completely different, maybe less desirable school. Or maybe there are plans for a big development nearby that could change the whole feel of the neighborhood. These are the details that are so easy to miss.
And honestly, this is where having a true local expert in your corner is a total game changer. Someone who knows the Markham area inside and out can flag those hidden issues for you. They can spot those things you'd miss and turn what feels like a rush tour into a real strategic evaluation. I mean, that's the kind of deep local knowledge you get from a team like Kirby Chan & Co., who live and breathe the Markham market. The right expert helps you zero in on what truly matters, the layout, the condition, the long-term value, so you can make a decision with total clarity and confidence. Because at the end of the day, buying a home isn't a race to the finish line. It's about having the patience, the process, and the right guide to make sure you're not just making a fast decision, you're making the right one.